Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate if you'd purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be taking a look at this Rolex Datejust 31 with a white dial, diamond hour markers, diamond bezel. You'd think that the reference number for this one would be a 278384 RBR, and you wouldn't be incorrect. However, this dial configuration does not actually exist in the Rolex catalog. That's because it is an aftermarket dial that we put in along with an aftermarket bezel as well for a customer request. This one also comes on an Oyster bracelet. So this one's technically a 278240. And so I'll be going over all of the aspects of this watch: the case, the dial, the bezel, the crown functions, as well as the movement and the bracelet. And I'll be giving you my thoughts on those throughout the video. So starting off with the case, we have a 31mm case from finger to thumb. That's from the 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock position. You have the same diameter from 10 to 4, same distance, same diameter of 31mm. You have the monoblock middle case with the screw down case back and the Rolex winding crown to ensure water resistance down to 100 meters or 330 feet below sea level. You have a full high polish presentation here on this casing here, all made out of oyster steel, being Rolex's own proprietary blend of steel and other minerals in order to create a highly lustrous and very resilient when it comes to strength material here. On the front of this case, you have a white gold bezel with diamonds placed into it, placed regularly. Also an aftermarket bezel. The original bezel here I have was a steel domed bezel, and this is what it used to look like. If you could just sort of place it in there without the shadow on the dial, of course. That's basically what it used to look like. But not just that, the dial itself was also replaced from, I believe this one was a gray Roman sunray dial. This is the original dial, and the customer came to us with a request to have a white dial but with diamond hour markers, all in white gold, of course. Same with the Rolex crown. So you have the same exact representation as what you would get from Rolex themselves. You also have the small date aperture on the dial there at the 3 o'clock position, nice and big under the Cyclops lens, which is part of the sapphire crystal on front, nice and scratch resistant. Also, the hands themselves are white gold, all to prevent tarnishing, so basically it looks the same for years to come throughout its lifetime basically. Taking a look here at the crown functions, basically just simply unwind the crown at the 3 o'clock position. This allows you to wind the watch at the first position. Alright, basically rather simple there. Pull the crown out to the next position. You can then adjust the date forward. It's about a quarter turn to advance it once, and you have to rotate it counterclockwise. So, or it's maybe close to an eighth of a turn. It's a very small throw to advance the date by one. So rather simple there. If you pull the crown out to the final position, the seconds hand does stop, allowing you to have the hacking function, so you can set the minute hand precisely wherever it needs to go based on position of that seconds hand. And basically, since there's no chaptering for the minutes there, you'll have to use the rehout if you want to set it precisely using the printing of the Rolex name onto the inner bezel there. So basically, set it based on the position of that seconds hand, wait for the seconds hand to synchronize up to an atomic clock, press the crown back in, and you're good to go. Be sure to screw the crown back tightly against the case to ensure the water resistance of the watch. So what makes all this work on the inside is the 2236. Regardless of its appearance, it's the same movement from Rolex. You can't see it through the case back, but you do have the solid steel as a good sense of security there. All right. You have the plus or minus 2 second per day time differential after casing, as indicated not only on this aftermarket dial, but also on the original dial as well. You have the superlative chronometer official certification printed on there, so that you know that you have that official precision tested in every possible position to make sure that it keeps track of time nice and easily and precisely. You have the center hour, minute, and seconds hands with the instantaneous date with the rapid setting and stop seconds for precise time setting, all part of basically what I had just demonstrated The oscillator on the inside is a siloxane hairspring in silicon with high-performance Paraflex shock absorbers. So what that means is that you can basically get relatively close to magnets, circuitry and the like, and you can take a few bumps here and there, and you'll be keeping track of time just fine. No need to worry about the timekeeping ability of the watch. And also, it has a bidirectional self-winding perpetual rotor center-mounted on the inside, meaning that basically you can just simply wind the watch manually using the winding crown, and just keep it on your wrist, and the natural movements of your wrist will keep that perpetual rotor winding around, winding the mainspring burl, which then charges the power reserve, which goes up to about 55 hours in the Datejust 31. So basically that means you can set this down on late Friday evening. You may have to pick it up Sunday night to give it a good wind, but basically you can pick this up early Monday morning and just simply wear it all day Monday, and you won't actually need to wind the watch. All right. Taking a look here while I'm zoomed out, you have the Oyster Bracelet, flat 3-piece links across, high polished links down the center, complete with my fingerprints of course, with the satin brush finishing for the outer links there, a nice high polish on their sides as well. And also, it tapers down to the Rolex folding clasp with the high polish down the center as well, with the raised crown logo there. Simply lift the top to open it, rather easy there. Unhook it, and you can see the full Rolex logo on the inside stamped and with the full steel construction. And taking a look here underneath the Oyster folding clasp, the added benefit of the folding clasp is that you do have the 5mm Easy Link extension. So if you have this watch sized perfectly to your wrist will generally swell throughout the day occasionally and shrink back to its normal size. So it basically happens to everyone, imperceptible to the outside world, but you'll certainly feel it when you have a watch on your wrist. So simply, if you have that, once you start experiencing that, just simply pull straight out once you go underneath here, and it opens up, giving you another half Oyster link. And when you no longer need it, just simply fold it back in on itself, press it back in, and it snaps in nice and easy. All right, and while I'm here, I can try it on and give you my thoughts as to how it wears on my wrist, 7 inches in circumference. So you'll already know from my videos that I do personally prefer 36mm watches, but a 31 is fine. And if I'm going to go for, say, more like a closer to an accessory and less so, you know, like a workhorse type of watch, something that will actually tell me the time. Although it is a Rolex, it tells the time very nicely anyway. But the overall size here, the hour marks for the diamonds, although they're big for the dial, they're very easy to see. And with the white dial here, with the white gold settings for those diamonds, makes it incredibly easy to read at a glance. Looking at it straight down the wrist here, I do have basically zero space underneath these lugs, and also it sits very nicely on the wrist. Hardly any space there, and not that that's an issue, because even though the watch does sit basically perfectly on the wrist here, the Oyster bracelet will actually allow the wrist to vent quite nicely because of Rolex's basically zero tolerance among their constructions. So for the entire lifetime of the watch, all these links will maintain their distance from each other. So that basically you'll never get your wrist, you'll never experience any pinching or pulling of hairs off of your wrist. You'll feel nice and comfortable, and it vents the wrist very nicely, so you can basically wear this all day. So basically that's all I have to say about this. A white diamond dial. I want to say it's basic, but it's far from that because of the diamonds on the bezel really sort of pulling it together, making it very, very lustrous in any lighting situation. Makes it look very nice indeed. All right, so that's enough of what I think. What do you guys think about this watch? Let us know down in the comments below, and be sure to give us a like. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, visit our store at jazztime.com. Links in the description below where you can get it for the lowest possible price anywhere online. Thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.